Alrighty, so we have a our next session, our episode 14 of Vecna Eve of Ruin play, and before we get too far into our recap, why don't we learn who's at our table, get some fun facts going on here. Any
I'm
volunteers going?
Caitlin. I'm
Uh, you took the words right out of my mouth. Go right ahead, continue.
sorry. I'm Caitlin, and I'm playing Vass. Vass is a devilishly handsome tiefling bard rogue who has found himself once again stumbling across the multiverse. This week's fun fact about Vass is his favorite type of cake is Black Forest. That is what he likes to have on his birthday. And it's got chocolate, it's got cherries, it's got whipped cream. What more could you ask for? And Black Forest just sounds metal, so it's just perfect.
Sorry,
I
I was
I'm we talked over each other there.
Oh, you can go first for a second.
I am Stefan. I'm playing Hugh DeVere, a dashing and delightful and ambiguously French dancer. The fun fact is that Hugh introduced us to Black Forest cake when they were both in a literal Black Forest. That's where that,
Oh, all right, and then why don't we learn about our last character?
All right. Right. I am Ronald. I am playing the coolest paladin around, Romulus. Fun fact about him is that his religion or cult that he's a part of, quotation marks, you can't see me doing it, but uh the not a lot of people, like literally you can count on your hands, how many people are still worshiping Anubis, at least from the world he comes from, because the main village town people who worshipped it got killed by a holy city that eventually got cursed for them kind of, what's the racist equivalent of religion?
I mean, I know it's still like something ism.
Yeah, what she said. So yeah, they asked the gods, hey, should we do anything? They said no. They decided to do something about the cult of Anubis, and it was the wrong thing to do, and now that entire city is cursed and no
Alrighty,
longer the holy city.
real Dragon Age Black City vibes. Um, alrighty. Well then, let us return to the Mornlands as you are searching for the third piece of the rod of 7 pieces. Uh, you've figured out that this fragment is in Landro, and you have also been in Landro. Currently, you are in the caves near the massive Colossus, as it is trapped inside a mountain. But you are not alone. You have met spirits, strange mutations, another blaze bear, and those acting under the banner of the Lord of Blades. You've also met a old friend of a friend. And as we left off, you had just defeated one of the figures that had accosted you earlier that ran off. And there is a path ahead of you.
Rock, paper, scissors between me and the ranger. Let's see who goes first. I'm kidding. You can go first.
Okay.
Or Hugh. I mean, or I. Hugh, you going first, or
I am always go first. And you have the option.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe we'll guard your back.
As you are approaching, the room here is littered with debris, making this floor difficult terrain. But it is a fairly tall area. The ceiling you see is 30 feet upwards. But besides the overwhelming debris here, there's really not much in this part of the room.
Hugh will crawl through the debris kind of stealthily
Okay.
to the other side.
Moving forward to the other side, you come to what looks to be well, you definitely see the collapsed anti-gravity well, the one that you couldn't get to from below. You see that it's choked with rubble, and there is a steady trickle of gray liquid that burbles through it. But
Okay.
directly across from it, you see a viewport made from shimmering crystal overlooking the entire mists of the Mornland, and a captain's chair on the platform. It's wood and steel, and there is, slumped in the chair, a skeletal corpse. It's wearing regalia similar to the Syrian soldiers you had seen down below and the veterans that you had traveled with for a brief time. And there's also this strange silver helmet, though you can see that it bears a sizable dent.
Hugh goes to the chair and checks it out in the corpse.
Yeah. Looking about, there's really not too much about the corpse besides what you've already seen. Just the Syrian regalia, the silver helmet that's dented. That's really all there is to this.
Somebody who knows magic might want to check out this helmet. Oh wait, I know magic pretty good. I'm gonna do an. Can I check it out? Do an Arcana check on it.
Yeah, go ahead and roll for me an Arcana check.
That'll be an 18.
There are remnants of magic, and you don't know if that is due to just the lay of the land or if this helmet was magical, but it strikes a familiarity in you. And you recall when you were fighting in the war back on Kryn, that the floating cities and their fortresses had a sort of, or at least the one commanded by Lord Soth that you infiltrated, had that throne that seemed to lift everything. It could be a similar sort of arcane mechanism.
Hmm. Okay. Well, if someone else wants to check this out, what did they want to do? I've reached my limits.
I don't have identify because for some reason sorcerers don't get that spell.
I mean, there's always one way to figure out what it does.
Are you implying one of us puts on this helmet?
I am a student of the School of Fafo.
I put the helmet on my Pegasus. No, I'm kidding. Any volunteers before I do it?
Oh, be my guest.
I don't think it would fit with these horns, Sorry.
I look at Finch. I'm like, nah, I'm kidding. I put the helmet on my head.
Great. Can you give me a Constitution saving throw?
Oh, you monster. 14.
14. So, as you place the helmet on, it's in the blink of an eye, as if you are above the clouds, a bird soaring through the skies. You see this titanic stone statue standing amid a circle of glowing sigils. There are a dozen robed figures, and from where your vision is, these figures are as small as ants. They stand around the circle and murmur arcane words, their heads bowed in concentration. And impossibly, the stone colossus begins to levitate. As silvery light swirls around the colossus, the ground quakes, breaking the mage's focus, and the colossus is buried in crumbling stone, surrounded by shifting mountains and sickly gray clouds. Before your eyes, years pass in rapid succession while the colossus stands, like a stone sentinel, stuck inside the craggy mountainside.
Huh. I take off the helmet and it's like, well, this doesn't offer protection, but it did let me see what happened here, or at least to Leandro. And I will, as close to vividly explain what I saw. And I'll place the helmet back on the head of the captain.
Alrighty.
Well,
Yeah.
this could be considered like an artifact that might be worth something to like the can't think of her name.
Um, You don't know. It could be, but the dent in it might lessen some value to potential buyers.
Hmm. It is true. It's not in mint condition. Would mending fix the dent or no?
One way to find out.
Hmm. Do I even have mending? I don't. Does anyone have mending?
Oh, hang on. Let me check real quick. No, I do not. I keep thinking that's the one that I have, and I don't have it.
Same. When you play so much D&D, you get all your characters and then their abilities mixed up.
It's so
Through
funny
that.
because, like, I imagine that I'm, like, in character is, like, checking a watch that doesn't exist. Like, let me see if I know that spell. And it's like, you look at an empty wrist, like, nope!
Yeah. Um.
Hmm. Well, then I'll just place it back on the head of the thing because without being able to repair it, it wouldn't be useful to anyone, at least collectors wise.
I was dealing with something on the side here, a call during your telling of what happened. So
Mm-hmm.
is there like a Cole's Notes version of what you saw? Helmet.
What now?
It was just, a narrative description of how Landro got stuck in the mountainside.
Okay. It didn't like show hint at or show like where the self destruct thingy might be. Nothing.
No, no. Just showed
Or
the mages trying to get Landro up and running and then shit hitting the wall. Fan. I guess both technically are accurate.
oh, by the way, I use lay on hands to give myself some more HP.
Sure.
I use
Base
20 out of my 30.
based on where you're standing, do you wanna look into that room?
Yes.
Okay. So, Hapland, are plugged in. Do not go to sleep on me. I need you so I can unveil things. Alright. As you look into this room, Romulus, the first thing that you would notice is there appears to be Syrian soldiers here. They are
Oh.
standing at the uh, different arrow slots in the gathering hall that is this place. And they just seem to be looking out dutifully.
Insight?
Roll an insight check.
Ugh. Forgot I have minus to that. But I have advantage.
This is correct.
14.
Uh, well, they definitely should not be here. And definitely, if they are here, means that perhaps they might be in similar conditions to that group of mutated soldiers that you had seen down in the caves.
Hmm. I slowly back up and report my findings to the group.
I want you to roll me a stealth check as you move away.
Every day you make my life a little bit harder. 17.
17. Yeah, you get by, and the soldiers continue to just keep their watch.
Yeah,
They ghosts?
I don't know. I mean, a possibility either they're dead, since every Syrian soldier we've come across of is they're either dead or mutated monsters.
Did they look
But
mutated?
no, actually, oh, they look normal, right?
They appeared to you to be normal, but you only saw the sort of armored side profiles and backs. So you don't know
Mm-hmm.
because they're, just keeping watch.
Well, I will burn a channel divinity and do my divine sense.
You do sense that there is undead within that radius.
Oh yeah, they're dead.
Oh, I guess we don't need to help them then.
I mean, we could put them to rest. I feel a mighty need in my oath to guide their souls to the afterlife. You know, paladin stuff.
Great.
I'm sorry. I don't know if you
Would you
cut off
like
there for.
to?
Oh, okay. If you guys don't mind, it's not like it's either we do it or when this place blows up. I don't know.
That does it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I am game for whatever.
I guess they'd technically be at peace if they're in pieces.
Listen, don't pervert what I do, okay?
Well, you know my position on getting a chance to defeat new things.
Ooh, I'm trying to see if there's any paladin stuff I can do to make this less crappy on everyone. No. All right, so um, I will give Hugh enough space to go in there since he's kind of the.
I will scooch forward for my tanking job.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. As Hugh scooches forward, and your party's presence becomes undeniable at this point, the soldiers turn, and you see the skulls, skinless jaws hanging open as if in a perpetual scream, as they will move their weapons towards you. It seems that these guards and eternal sentries do not view your presence here very kindly, as we are going to roll initiatives.
Okay.
Alrighty, so our first figure will be a ranger. Hugh.
We'll move here to lock down this area that will ask him to get by, and he's gonna get into white number E. With his S stock as a 17 to become a 29. Does that hit?
Oh yeah.
Okay, they're not super rights.
Cool.
Next one with advantage, so that's going to be a 24.
Yep.
Okay. $26 magic piercing. 3 psychic. 15 fire damage.
Alrighty.
Okay, I'll keep that. I will hold that here.
It is white A. And with white A's bow, it will take 2 attacks at you, Hugh. The first one is going to miss, as will the second. And then Hibu.
Okay. Ibu will Misty Step beside White B and attack with advantage. So, first Hibu strike. That is going to be a 17 plus 8 for a 5.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so close to crit, and I'm assuming he hitting the second one as well.
Oh yeah.
So this is going to be 14 plus 16 4. 16 plus should be what was the modifier? Yes, plus 14, so 30 force damage total.
Alright. White B is well past bloodied at this point. But it is White B's turn. And it is going to draw its sword and will take a swipe at Hibu first.
Ibu is 16 AC.
That is a 23.
Alright, well that will hit.
That'll be 10 points of slashing damage and another 4 necrotic as the blade cuts across Hibu.
Okay.
And then, as White Bee turns to you, Hugh, it reaches out and I'm going to ask for a Constitution saving throw.
Me.
Alright, you're fine. And that is going to be it for our White Bee, bringing us to Vass.
Alright. And I probably can't see White Bee from here.
I'd say you could, yeah.
Okay. Can I make a reverberating shot over Romulus's shoulder?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sniper perch on my shoulder.
Love it. Oh, I have -2 to everything, so that's a 22
Oh, it still hits.
hit. Okay, so I'll get sneak attack here. That'll be 15 points of magical piercing and 4 points of thunder. Nope, 5 points of thunder because my charisma's gone up.
Okay. That is then a dead white, like double dead.
Love that for us. And then I'll scooch past Romulus and I'll post up in this corner. And I'll take my second reverberating shot at White Sea.
Okay.
That's only a 13.
A 13 misses, unfortunately.
Okay. Let me just check to see. No, I'm fresh out of Bardics. I think that's gonna be my turn.
All right. It'll be Romulus and your Pegasus mount.
Romulus is gonna go down here.
Okay.
I'm going to burn my free use of Divine Smite as a bonus action. And make first attack. Wow, natural 1 on the die.
Well, that unfortunately misses, but
54 in a second.
the 24 will hit.
Advantage on the third attack with the Nick property.
That's a natural 20. Heck yeah.
Oh, sweet. I accidentally cleared it, so I didn't know. So yeah. Unfortunately, that's not the one with the smite, but beggars can't be choosers. 6 plus 2d8.
Don't forget you get an extra one because it's undead.
Mm-hmm. So 25. 4 of that is the cold damage from the blade.
Okay.
And then for the scimitar, 8 plus an additional 5.
All right. That white is also now bloodied.
Okay. The Pegasus is gonna come in and donkey kick it. Ignore that it says Rare Frost. It just uses my spell attack modifier. So 19.
That hits.
And then I believe it's a D8. Five. 9 radiant damage.
Alrighty. And I believe that'll be it, yeah?
Yep. Sorry.
And then Filch is gonna come in. And I believe he's just gonna stay there and they can take the dodge action, just kind of watching everything. And as we come to our last White's turn, White C is going to approach our Pegasus and strike with the sword. First, for a natural 20 to hit our Pegasus.
Yeah, that will hit.
For 15 slashing and 6 necrotic. And then he'll go for another time. And a 12, I believe, will miss our Pegasus.
Mm-hmm. My Pegasus is hurting. It's running pretty low on HP right now.
Alright, and at the top of the round, the space illuminates as 3 will-o-wisps that were previously hidden are no longer. And the first one is going to try and strike at Vass. That is a 16 to try and hit Vass.
That misses.
Alright, then you are fine. And it's just gonna continue bobbing there. It's fine. As Hugh, we come to your turn.
Okay, Hugh is going to move down. Oh, we have Will-o-Wisp now.
Yep.
Okay, well, who's gonna move to right C and strike? That's 2 hits.
That's 2 hits.
Or 30 magic piercing.
Oh.
4 psychic. And 17 fire.
Alright, White Sea is now bloodied.
Okay. I will end my turn there.
Alright. Our White A is going to swipe at Romulus. And, that is a natural 20 to hit Romulus with the sword.
Yeah, that will hit.
Oh, that's shitty damage. 7 slashing and... Ooh, 16 necrotic, though. And then it'll try and, with the other hand, reach out and grab hold of you, Romulus. Can you give me a Constitution saving throw?
Oof. 7.
That is going to be 6 points of necrotic damage, and your hit point maximum is decreased by 6 as well. And then it'll be Hibu.
Boo! Well, do his Misty Step here and hit right the.
Okay.
That's going to be a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And a 23 to hit. So 2 hits.
Yep.
+13 +14 for 27.
Alrighty. White Sea looking real bad, but still hanging in there. And then, as Hibu's turn comes to an end, Vass, it is your go.
I have a will-o-wisp right up in my face.
Yep.
I don't like that. So, I'm gonna... Let me see here. I'm gonna try... something. Well, I'm gonna try and shocking grasp it. So that'll be a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And it's gonna do 13 points of lightning damage.
So an interesting thing here.
Resistant.
It seems to take no damage from your lightning.
It's immune. Oh, great. Awesome. Does it suffer the... I guess it wouldn't suffer the effect then of not being able to make op attacks. If it didn't actually get damaged by it.
Let me look at something real quick and make a ruling on that. Yeah, I'm gonna lean into the nature of the spell because it didn't take the damage. That while it is technically a hit, it's effectively not really because it takes the lightning damage, which would then cause the opportunity attack thing. So
Okay, well, I will then use my bonus action to disengage.
yep.
I'll just move over to this corner instead. And that will be my turn.
All right, Romulus and Pegasus, your go. You've got a will-o-wisp in your face, as well as a white.
Alright, so... It's going to... Ugh, I'm running low on spell slots. Alright, going to the second level, Divine Smite. $15.
That hits.
$22.
White A is double dead now as well.
I will use my second attack on the thing. So 29.
29 hits our Will-O-Wisp.
Plus 4 cold damage.
Alright, and... that'll be...
It's still up.
Yeah, you would notice that your blade doesn't seem to do as much damage as you may have hoped, but the cold seems to.
Okay. Then I will do my third attack. 22 or 21.
Still hits.
7 plus 7, so 14, I think.
Okay. It's now, if it could be bloodied, it's a little dimmer in its light, but it's still there.
Okay, and Pegasus. That's a 24.
Hits.
Um, 8 radiant damage.
Okay. It is hanging in there.
Oh, darn it. Die already.
Our Will-O-Wisp gets to go now. And it is going to try and zap you, Romulus.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 21 to hit. That'll be 10 points of lightning damage. Alright.
I regret letting that hit me.
That comes to our next Will-O-Wisp, Will-O-Wisp B. And it's gonna try and shock Hugh. But that is going to absolutely miss. And, Villager's gonna come and try to assist in taking out Will-O-Wisp A. Take some swings with the blade that has been loaned to him. Oh. The first one misses, but the second one will hit. And then our last remaining white is going to... It's got options here. It's gonna continue on the Pegasus. That thing had its attention first. He's not letting up.
No.
Another sword stab is gonna miss. That's an 8. And a 7. So, yeah. 2 misses against the Pegasus. As our Will-O-Wisp is going to go now and will attempt to strike at Filch. And that is definitely going to hit our Warforged friend. Good thing he had temp HP. Hugh, we come to your turn.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try and finish off this white here. That will be a crit.
That'll be enough to finish off the white.
Okay. If anyone, I don't know if you want to tally that or not. I'll turn on Will o' the Wisp B and attack it. Just a 20. Does a 20 hit?
It will.
Okay. 16 piercing, 6 psychic, and 4 fire.
Okay.
That will be it, and it's Hibu's turn.
It is Hibu's turn. Yep.
Hibu step to Wisp B. Yeah. 22.
That'll hit.
And a 17.
17 misses.
Okay. Or 17 force.
All right, Will-O-Wisp B is out.
Nice.
That it is your turn.
Great. I'm gonna take some reverberating shots at Will-O-Wisp A. Is a 17 hit?
A 17 misses.
Okay. Try again. Is a 21 hit?
A 21 will hit.
Cool. This is good. Ooh, I don't like that damage roll, but I want to. And I have Piercer. I just want to reread the feat. Once per turn, when you hit a creature, you can reroll one of the attack's damage dice. So, can I reroll one of those ones?
You can reroll one of those ones.
It'll be 13 plus. That's better. 13 plus 6, that's 19 magical piercing and 5 thunder.
All right. It's still up, though it is looking a little dimmer here. It's bloodied.
So I just saw Filch take some damage. Does he look okay?
Filch looks fine. It was a heavy hit, but it seems that whatever the cream ointment that he put on seems to have helped out some.
Right. How do my companions look? Does anyone need some healing?
Hibu took a hit, so if you want to top him up.
Romulus is looking a little rough, but he wouldn't mind any healing.
Okay, I'll give Romulus a healing word. Just a level 1 for now. And today's healing word is, well, I was gonna say metal because I was going to heal Filch, so that's all I got. So it's not gonna mean anything. But there you go. That's my turn.
Okay.
Romulus confusedly accepts the healing.
Alright, so Romulus, as we come to your turn, you and your Pegasus, there's still a will-o-wisp between the two of you.
I will do True Strike. 18.
Just misses.
I'm sorry. What? Okay. Then I use my second attack. Well, my technically third, but second attack was wow, and that's definitely gonna miss. All right. Texas gonna attack.
Your Pegasus will hit.
One of us is. 7 radiant damage.
Our will-o-wisp disappears, leaving just one up in the corner. And
Alright.
Filch goes 2 more attempts with the borrowed blade. That's another miss. And 1 hit. You know, just shaking the rust off. And then it comes to our will-o-wisp's turn, and again, Filch is still the one that's closest, so it'll try and strike at him. And that will hit. And Filch is no longer looking as good as they once were. You! I think your turn.
We'll go help Filch. Unless he will. I will go. A 26. I'm clicking on me with advantage, sorry. Okay.
Yeah,
I assume those are 2 hits.
that's 2 hits.
26 magic piercing. 4 psychic, we're at 30. And 15 fire for a total of 45.
Even with some of its resistances in effect, you do enough damage to banish the light. You are no longer bound to initiative.
Okay, well that was a lot more of an ordeal than I thought it was gonna be. I'm gonna use my healing hands ratio feature to get some healing.
I'm going to do Tireless to get some temporary hit points.
How are people doing? I have a bit more in the tank if people need a bit beefier healing.
Well, I've taken a lot of damage, but I have 91 hit points.
Well, that's
Um,
more than I have when I'm full.
Okay. Ibu, I believe, is
Uh,
at 26 because we healed him ahead of this match. Fight. Oh.
The Pegasus is
uh,
looking pretty rough.
oh yes, indeed. He took damage from this fight and the fight from the ambush earlier. So he's looking pretty darn rough.
Okay, well, I can give your Pegasus a level 3 cure wounds.
He will accept a level 3 cure wounds.
How about 39 hit points?
Dang. That pretty much almost tops him off.
Great.
I
Someone
got it.
else like a level 3.
Just gotta try harder to kill a Pegasus. Got it.
Oh wow! I knew there was something up with those effects. I have cure wounds as well. I'm at 81 out of 129. I think I'm gonna use a level 1 cure wounds on myself. Use my last first level spell slot. I don't usually heal. Well, use heal spells.
We'll level 1 on myself just so I have a second.
13.
Well, that's more than enough to get me up to full.
All right. That should be good.
Well,
Um,
so are you good then, Romulus?
I mean, 94 out of 129 is fine. I should be able to survive off of that.
Feel like I should give some healing to Hugh because he's our damage sponge.
Felch actually should need some healing. He looks a little rough, if I remember
Okay.
the
Filch
description.
is technically bloodied. I will put that out there.
He's leaking oil. Quick,
Okay,
get him to a mechanic.
I have no level 2s. I've got level 1s and 3s.
One would be enough for Filch.
1 would be enough for Filch, then that's what I shall do. Here, Filch, and I'll clap a hand on his shoulder, and he will receive 10 hit points.
Alright, he's looking a lot better. Not full, but closer.
I'm going to convert 4 sorcery points into 2 first level spell slots.
Who would you like a level 3?
And
I'd rather a level 1 on Hibu than a 3 on me.
Alright, I will give a level 1. My last level 1, Hebu. Hebu will get 16.
All right, he's fully health.
Cool. I will save my remaining spell slots for other things. However, while we're standing here, Gus is going to put his short bow away and he's going to draw dual pat scimitars instead.
Okay.
Got a thing I might do if we get into another combat.
Well, there's not much else here in this area except for, again, that blocked anti-gravity well. And while the rubble completely chokes off the space below and disrupts the flow of magic, there is space to, if you'd like to try and use it to climb up to the next area, you can. Or you can head back into... Oh, no, there is no other way in from the mountain. If you want to go up, it is through the climbing of that well.
can we fly up?
I mean, if you've got a fly speed, sure.
All right.
I do.
All right.
It's climbable.
It is climbable, yes.
Okay,
Vass
so
is just gonna Chris Angel right up to the next level.
Hibu can fly and I can climb. I don't know what. Can you
If-
ride your Pegasus up there?
Yeah. I was gonna ask if anybody wanted to ride on the Pegasus. Between you or Felch, and if you're willing to climb, I'll have Felch ride on the back of the Pegasus.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
I believe I can fly.
Okay.
Maybe I climb up and you guys can like slowly fly behind me, and if there's a problem, I can. That's terrible to contemplate. I can fall back into your arms and retreat that way.
Well, I said Vass was Chris Angeling it his way up there, so he has his arms out, ready to catch you.
What a blast from the past hearing that name.
Does he? He's still doing stuff, isn't he?
I would assume that he's still doing stuff. He's just not as talked about these days, I don't think.
Yeah. I think the last thing I saw him do was like the whole. He was like in Harrison Ford's house and like he did a magic trick for Harrison Ford.
I would not be surprised. Alright.
Maybe he's been demoted from Chris Angel to Chris Cherub.
Ah.
So, you will arrive at the top here and can filter into this room as you go along. And what you see here, again, the room is quite spacious, 30 feet tall, and in the center, there is this massive stone table with dozens of large maps and scroll cases scattered across its top. It looks to be some sort of war room.
Can I do an investigation on the table?
Sure.
See if there's anything of note. 11. Oof.
I look also.
Yeah, for sure. What Romulus you see is a lot of old paper and vellum scrolls. And Vass, you also see a lot of old paper and vellum scrolls.
Yep, I got a 12.
Yep.
The -2.
Yeah.
No big red shiny buttons under like a little glass case.
I mean, are you getting that hands-on in your search?
I mean, if there's a bunch of papers on the table, I'm assuming I would have been rifling through them when I was looking,
Okay.
instead of just standing and just craning my neck to see what was there.
Alright, yeah. So, it's not a big red shiny button. But as you're sort of rifling through the papers, and you and Romulus sort of passing them back and forth, you do see all of a sudden a blue glow that comes from the table.
Row.
And as that glow begins to pulse, there is the grinding of stone as the table begins to shift in its form, creating this sort of blocky, defender-esque figure. And we are rolling initiatives.
Now I done did it. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, do I get negatives to my initiative too? Is that a -2?
Let me double check real quick.
It's just D20 rolls, so I'm assuming
Yeah.
that would be the case because I didn't think of it last time. But I guess that would put me at initiative 4.
Oh no. Alright. And let's see. Alright, so our defensive war table gets to go first here. And it is going to make 2 slam attacks. One against Romulus and one against Vass. 22 to hit Romulus.
Shield.
Shield goes up, and the attack misses. And then towards Vass, That is a 28.
That hits, and now I remember why I was saving those level 1 spell slots. Oops, they're all gone. I would like to dodge it in an uncanny.
Okay, you are able to dodge this in an uncanny fashion as what it's coming towards you is 8 points of bludgeoning damage and 11 force.
So all of that gets halved.
Yeah, so that would be 9 and 5. For 14.
9 and 4. Is it 8 points?
No. Oh, sorry. I forgot the modifier. It's 11 points of force and 18.
Why did I ask for clarification? Okay, what was the number cut in half? Sorry.
9 and 5.
9 and 5. 13. Okay.
Why are we finding a truck?
I mean, it's not a truck. It's a table.
Is this how we get isekai?
You all get knocked out and wake up.
In another fantasy world.
Alright, guys, we're changing systems. So, alright. That's it for this guy's turn. And it's gonna be Filch's go. And Filch is gonna try and help here. 2 swings of the borrowed sword. A miss. And a very, very bad miss. Filch is rusty.
The silver longsword?
Yeah.
I just gave that to him. It's not borrowed. He can just have that.
He considers it borrowed.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, no, you did actually give it as a gift. That's right.
Good.
And yeah.
It's just his polite way of saying he doesn't like it. No, it's okay. I'll just borrow it.
Alright, Romulus and Pegasus, it is your turn.
Wait, I go before those guys? Dang. We really are messed. Okay, so Romulus is going to use Thunderous Might. As soon as he finds the thing above, because for some reason, Thunderous Smite, even though you can upcast it, it doesn't show up in later spell slots.
That is interesting.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's weird. All right, so first attack, 28.
Oh yeah, definitely hits.
Then the third attack, at advantage, natural 20.
Heck yeah.
Oh, Thunderous Might doesn't upcast its damage. That's why.
Do what now?
Pretty sure it doesn't increase the damage you have casted is the thing.
It does. It says at the bottom it gives an additional
okay.
thing for every spell slot. Yeah, all the smites do. That's the crazy part.
It
And it's
sounds
the
like
same
a
way
coding bug, yeah.
And it was the same way in 2014 smites too. They never fixed it. Sorry. And then another advantage attack with the scimitar. Thanks to Vex. That's 27. All 3 hit.
All 3 hit.
Alright, that's 10 plus 2 cold damage. Alright. But one, so... Sorry, I gotta actually count out how many I get for thing now.
You're good.
Uh, 20 thunder damage.
Alrighty.
Eight. 2 cold damage, and then lastly 11 from the vicious scimitar. Oops. And additional 5.
Alrighty. Anything else?
No.
Alright, Pegasus' turn.
Texas does a 19.
A 19 will hit our war table.
And do 6 radiant damage.
Okay.
And I end my turn with 2 cards face down.
Alright. Hugh, we come to your turn.
Okay. You is unclear if this is gonna do much, but stabby. 17.
17 just misses.
18.
Just hits.
Okay. 11 magic piercing. 1 psychic. 12 fire.
You believe almost all of the damage went through. You do not think that the psychic went through.
Might be brainless.
Okay. And then it is Hibu's turn after you.
You teleport, Misty step here. Full strike. Three.
That'll hit.
And 24, so 2 hits.
2 hits.
6 and 6. So 12 plus 14, 28 force.
Alrighty, our war table is starting to crumble a bit here. As Vas, we come to your turn.
So you said the ceiling is 30 feet up, right?
Correct. Yep.
How tall is the war table? Tall?
It is a large creature technically, so I'd say somewhere in the realm of like 10 feet tall.
Well, I was gonna try and fit a shatter in the room, but then Hibu went down in the corner, so I don't think I can put it where I wanted to put it. I'm wondering if I can position the shatter sphere in the air to try and get his head without impacting
Yeah.
my friends. And would this be considered a construct?
It would be.
Okay, then I'm pretty sure he's gonna have disadvantage. And I guess I'm casting it at level 4 because that's the spell slot I got. So Vass is gonna snap his fingers, and then Shatter's gonna go off right at this guy's head.
Constitution save?
It is a Constitution save, and the DC is 18. Yeah, Construct has disadvantage.
It's cancelled out by its innate ability, which means it's a straight roll. And he gets an 18 just.
Well, alls. He takes. Oh, what a terrible, terrible roll that is. He takes half and 15 thunder damage.
Okay. And anything else from Vass?
I think I will bonus action disengage, and I'm just gonna take a step back, hoping I'm out of his melee range.
Alright. It is our War Table's turn once more. And, hey, you know what? Hey, we're gonna do this. Let me just double check that this works how I think it does. Alright, can I have a wisdom saving throw from everybody?
Vass and Filch add a +4 because you're within my aura protection.
Minus a 2 for me. So that's an 11. I've got a thing, maybe.
Even with the +4?
I rolled a 9. Plus 4 is 13. Minus 2.
Hibu and the
11.
Pegasus will also have to roll. Don't forget about those guys.
Boo is +0, so he's just gonna have a straight roll.
Is this being charmed or frightened?
It is not a charm or frightened.
Damn it, I can't do my counter charm. Okay, well, I just got an 11 then. That is, I have heroic inspiration. I don't know if I want to use it on this. I'll just keep my 11. It's fine. Everything's fine.
9
14 for Q and 13 for Hibu.
I don't think anyone saved on this. Oh no. Oh,
What's the DC?
A 16 doesn't save?
16 just fails. You all come under the effects.
Painful.
You all come under the effects of slow, which means your speed is halved. You have a -2 penalty to your AC and dexterity saves, and you cannot take reactions. You can take either an action or a bonus action, not both. One attack if you take the attack action, and spells can get funky. But you can repeat the save at the end of your turns. And that was this thing's bonus action.
Good. It's a bonus action.
For this thing, yes. And then we're gonna get 2 slams. One against... Who was able to land a hit?
Nobody, clearly.
Hibu landed a hit recently. And so did Hugh, so you two will be the targets of the slam this turn. That is a 26 to hit Hibu.
That will hit him.
for 15 bludgeoning and 4 force.
Okay. 21 hit points then.
Yep. And then a 29 to hit Hugh
Oh, geez.
Oh.
for 13 bludgeoning and 8 force.
21 total.
21 total.
It's
And
not what's fun when the DM does it
Okay.
to us.
I have to roll concentration save to see if I keep my spell. I'm at a 12 and it was 21 damage.
yeah, so you gotta beat half of that, which is 10, so you're good. Alright.
He was still in the game, guys. Most important thing.
Filch is gonna go and try to make the attack roll here. He can only do one attack, and unfortunately misses. He's trying. He's not been up and about for a while. But he can remake that wisdom save. And he does get a +4 to that, which unfortunately is not enough. Pegasus's turn. And Romulus. The two of you are on this shared initiative, essentially.
Oh, okay. Well, Pegasus tries to hit. I'm pretty sure that doesn't hit.
Unfortunately not.
I'm going to try to hit with True Strike.
Okay.
So I'm going to attack him with the Vicious Scimitar. That's a 26.
That will hit.
Okay. That is 8 radiant damage. That's 12 additional radiant damage. And this is another 7 radiant damage.
Cool. This thing loses concentration. None of you are slowed anymore.
Hey, yo!
Alright. And I believe that is it for you guys.
Wait, so would I only still get my one attack, or?
True Strike is technically utilizing the magic action, so...
Well, no, because remember, I get the second attack with the Nick.
I recently read something on this. Do-do-do-do. So yeah, with the Nick thing, you have to, it's basically making the extra attack from the light property, but it's when you take the attack action, not the magic action.
Okay.
So like even if you cast an attack or if you make an attack as part of casting a spell, it's still technically the magic action.
Gotcha.
But you can utilize a bonus action if you've got one available to you.
Okay. I do have dual wielding as my skill thing, so. Natural 20.
Yes, that will hit.
So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 for the first, or for that attack.
Okay.
Plus, does the extra damage, the cold damage crit as well?
Yes, and there is a thing with your cold damage on a crit as well, if I remember correctly.
Oh, yeah. They have to make a con save.
That is a 24 on the Constitution save.
Yeah, that succeeds.
Alright. And anything else?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. On a successful save, the creature just takes 8d8 cold damage. Jeez. Okay. I need to be critting with this more often. 46 cold damage.
And with that, the war table crumbles, the blue light fading from it. So, you are no longer bound to initiative, and the war table, there's the scattered vellum maps all about the area. The war table sort of shuddering down upon itself. What would
Anyone
you
else
like to
take
do?
any damage?
Yeah, I took some damage. I'm at 70 right now. Wait, let me just.
Took a little bit, but not that much.
74. Hebu is down 19, so he's at 21.
Okay. I'll give Hebu the rest of my lay on hands, which is about 10 hit points.
Okay, so he's at 31.
And I can give you some healing. I got a 3rd level cure wounds for you. $16.
It's for you, right?
Yeah. Did you need healing?
No, I think I'm okay. If in an emergency, I've got 1/3, 2/4, and 1/5 level spells left. So go to low level, but I've still got a couple of big ones in reserve.
In reserve. Um in fact, you know what? Screw it. Just in case, because we've been attacked by some weird things so far, and everyone seems to be getting chunked away. I'm going to use my last 5th level to cast Aid on everyone. So, your hit point maximum increases by 20 points.
Ooh.
And I believe it also raises your current by 20 as well, yes? Or is that old rules?
Choose up to 3 creatures within range. Each target hit point maximum and current hit points increased by 5 for the duration. So, yes.
And I heal for that many. Oh
Yeah.
my god, I'm trip digits for the first time.
Oh, that's a cool. I didn't notice that. Must have done an update on the app.
And sorry, who does it all affect?
Hugh and me Uh, actually, no. Hugh, you, and Filch. Filch. Judging from how uh our DM has been describing him him taking damage, I'm assuming he's not
He ain't
he's
really
not
a
packing.
tank. Yeah, he ain't really a tanky guy.
Yeah,
Wait,
he ain't
I was
packing.
thinking Baldur's Gate 3 where it was in an area, but it's a certain number of creatures. So I don't know actually that I got aided. So I think I got excited in advance.
No, you got. I chose you.
Okay.
I chose you and Hugh, and then Filch.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Vass wonders if this is what Hugh feels like every day.
All right. So, you've got two sides of this corridor that you can choose to explore if you so wish.
What can I see from standing here?
From standing here,
If I look to my left,
you can actually see a lot of both sides because it's a straight shot. Um, and bam. All right. So, uh, actually, yeah, be able to see that too.
Um, I'll peek my head in here real quick.
Yeah. So, first thing that you would notice, of course, is the ballista that is on wheels, which is sort of pointing outside, and you'd also notice that there is another walkway leading down. And much the same for Vass in the other room. There's a ballista on wheels, a path downwards, and what looks to be a walkway outdoors, which you can see through the little arrow slit. Coming towards that area, you, Romulus, are met with a door.
Hello, door. Is the door locked?
The door does not appear to be locked, no. Would you like to open it?
When you ask me like that, the answer is no, but I'm going to open it anyway.
As you open this door, Romulus, you find yourself in. Just make sure I'm telling you the right information. Uh, you find yourself in an area. You notice this floor is ruined. It's got these bits of rubble that look to have been pieces of metal and wood at some point, maybe belonging to chests that were, it seems, broken in the transportation of Landro. But one chest does remain. Its dark walnut planks seem to shine with old varnish. There are thick iron straps gilded with gold leaf and a padlock. It's in the shape of a grinning demon. Is up on this chest.
Hey, Vass, there's a chest in here.
Well, you
Does
don't
it look?
gotta tell me twice.
Would have been more appropriate for the chest to be one layer below.
Uh. All right. So, yeah, that's coming into the room that Romulus is in, the remains of an old vault. You're able to see the chest.
I'm assuming it's locked.
There is a lock. It's the grinning demon padlock.
Oh, lovely. Does it look like it's trapped?
Would you like to make an investigation check?
I would love to make an investigation check. It's gonna be an 11.
Ooh,
So,
can I aid him in his investigation so he gets advantage.
sure.
To roll again.
Yeah, we'll just take the higher of the two.
It's better by one. I got a 12.
So, as you're looking over the chest, and particularly the lock to make sure there's no trap here, what you notice is not any trap of a mechanical or arcane nature, but you would notice that your hands become stuck to this chest as the grinning demon's face is not the only grin that begins to sport upon this entity, as
Being mimic?
you will be attempted to be bit by this mimic, yes. For
At least
a
it's not a shadow demon.
24
3 for
hit.
3. Sorry, was it a 21? Is
A
that what you said?
24.
24. Well, that most definitely hits. Can I dodge it uncannily?
Does
Or is
your...
this? Am I surprised?
You are... Surprise only affects your initiative. You are grappled. So as long as that does not impede, your uncannily dodging.
Let me check. When an attacker you can see hits you with an attack, you can take a reaction to have the attack's damage against you.
Okay, and yes. So that is 9 piercing and 4 acid coming your 19 piercing and 4 acid. Sorry, I missed the one. So
Oh no.
Okay, so
9 and 2.
9 and 2. So okay.
And with that, I would like
no longer trip digits. Bad days.
I would like initiatives to be rolled here.
It was fun while it lasted. That will be a 14 for me, Faye.
Beautiful. It's better than a 4.
I feel like it's not one thing, it's another. I feel like we just have learned a lesson to stop touching stuff in this place now.
I mean, Eve of Ruin is a homage to all of D&D's history, so you've got to expect a mimic somewhere to be here.
First is a stone table. Then there's a mimic. This place hates us, guys. Is Hugh rolling initiative or?
I believe he rolled. Did
Oh.
he
Nope,
not?
here we go.
Oh.
17.
You're still in. So,
It's still in this position, so it's all good.
yeah. So with that, Hugh, you get to go first.
I
Okay.
think Vass would have been like, ah.
Yeah, you definitely heard the initial call that there was a chest here, and then sounds of distress.
Oh no, my friend! This chest is hurting you. $19 hit?
A 19 will hit.
Okay, let's just make sure the attack with advantage. Okay, so it'll be 2 hits.
Woohoo!
27 magic piercing. 2 psychic, and I'm hoping this does extra damage, because, you know, chest of wood. 11 fire.
Okay. Our chest seems to flinch a bit at the attacks, but is still holding fast to you, Vass. And it'll be Hibu after Hugh.
Okay. I guess Hibu can if he went and teleports in behind him. And then we can do Hibu special. First we got an 18.
Yep, that hits.
And then we got much more than 18, so 2 hits.
2 hits.
Eight plus 14 is 22 force.
And that is a mimic down. And you all no longer bound to initiative.
Oh my goodness, Vass, are you alright?
Yeah. Just wasn't expecting the chest to bite me.
Okay. Hugh
And
goes up and
as-
fusses over and rubs the acid off you.
As you mentioned the chest biting you, looking back, you would notice that where the chest once was is now this sort of gray, brown, pinkish blob.
Gross.
Ugh. Well,
Shall we go check the other side?
yeah. Oh, did we pick up anything from the table that looked interesting?
Well, you guys didn't really see much other than that it was vellum. You didn't know if it would be interesting or not. You can just grab things randomly if you want.
Okay. I'll grab a couple of the stuff. There might be some cool diagrams that could be sold.
Roll for me a d6.
Do-do-do-do-do. Puppy power 5 or 4. So.
Alright, you can put in your inventory that you have 4 vellum maps. And you can write from Landro in the notes somewhere.
Mhm. Cool. I guess I'll follow behind Vass and checking the shoulder, the other shoulder.
Okay.
I look down this corridor.
Yeah, looking down this corridor. Racer. That's another door. So actually, let me just. Yeah. Yeah, there's a door, and you can see what the exit point out onto the outer walkways are.
gingerly out here? Do I see anything cool?
Just the mists of the Mornland. You can overlook the far distance, breathe in that multiversal air.
Okay,
Nail.
I check the door for traps and or mimicry.
Go ahead, roll for me an investigation check.
That's gonna be a 7.
You don't find any traps or mimicry.
Wait, is it locked?
It is not.
I open it because I'm feeling great about this door.
Alright.
I don't like the way the floor looks in here.
I'll tell you why the floor looks like that in here. As you open this door, you would notice that there are iron bars that line the sides of the hallway and craft 2 cells. Each of these cells does have a door that is upon it, likely locked, seeing that they are, cells.
Step into the room. Is there anything in any of the cells?
You see that they are empty.
Okay. And I see what awaits me beyond this chamber. Is this the elbow?
Yes. 2 more cells. And then a door.
Is this a window?
I'd say it's just a sort of opening. Sort of like the arrow slits.
Is there anything in these cells?
Nope.
I investigate this door for traps.
Sure can.
All right. 11.
You don't see any traps.
8. Is it locked?
It is not.
I open it.
Nope. There is a chamber with a hatch on the floor and a lever on the nearby wall. It's small. It's only about a 15-foot tall chamber compared to the 30-foot areas that you have seen.
Does it look like if I pulled the lever, the hatch would open up?
Potentially.
Did any of my companions follow along behind me? Or have I gone?
Did anyone else follow Vass?
Oh, that's safe distance.
I'm down the
Hey,
hallway.
there's a lever next to a hatch.
Wrong lever, Kronk. Well, are you really pulling the lever?
I want to pull the lever.
Up to you, mate.
I'm gonna test this theory. See if the hatch opens up into nothingness.
Okay.
Maybe that's where prisoners went when they were not behaving anymore.
As the lever is drawn, the hatch does open, and you feel the cool breeze of the Mornlands as you look down, and you would see a green light begin to emit as a gravity well begins to extend down, down, down into the fog and mists.
Oh. Okay. If I pull the lever again, does the hatch close?
The hatch closes and the gravity well disappears.
Cool. It's just an elevator down.
Cool.
That's it. I'm glad it wasn't the self-destruct button, because as you were starting your description, I was like, well, shit. It's like, damn it, we haven't gotten what we came here for. Okay, that's it down here, guys. I can't see anything else.
Listen, you're going to be the one to explain to the Wizards 3 why we don't have the rod piece and why it might be destroyed.
I like your optimism that I'll be around to be able to provide that explanation.
Well, if you guys survive the self-destruction, you could always just, pick through the rubble and maybe find the piece before you head back.
Nah, I'm sticking with destroyed. We'll fight Vecna without it. Alright. I guess back up to here.
You could continue climbing.
Okay. Logically, or right by the head, is the next thing, which is where you'd expect the toughest defenses, colloquially called boss battles, would be. If anyone has any super fantastic short-term abilities they want to activate ahead of time, now might be the time.
I have a spell I've been wanting to use, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, it lasts 10 minutes. God damn. I think I might cast it then.
Go for it. What is it?
Oh. Yes. Gets himself situated. He's got his scimitars out. And then out of nowhere, a spotlight descends. Centered solely on him. He casts Fount of Moonlight. Now his attacks deal radiant damage, which would have been great when we were fighting whites. But I cast it now and not then. So I'm concentrating on that. So I'm going to put my little blue circle up and I will mark that spell off. I've been waiting a long time to use that spell.
Okay.
Okay, I have a free cast of a concentration list from a third level, which may be I could use to summon Ibu's younger brother Bibu and have extra fey reinforcements. So, what do you guys think?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay,
You can have both at the same time. I guess because
that's
one's not concentration.
yes. All right, guys, we're getting reinforcements.
Alright. Um, hmm, you know what? I have not gotten to use this yet. So, I'm going to use my last 4th level. And I will produce a sword and sorcery card. And as it glows with a necrotic glow, he flicks the card to the ground, and you guys see what forms into a creature, a avatar of death. You see a female, like fallen angel, or a female like Valkyrie with black, pitch black, angelic wings.
I'm also activating my sea invisibility in case that adds any.
Ooh, that's a good point. I think I used mine earlier. I don't know if that would still be up. It's used. Thought maybe I used it in the room where everyone was sleeping, but I can't remember. Or where that one person was sleeping. But maybe it wasn't then.
Think that was it would have either been there or that pool of the gray liquid, but I don't think you used it at the pool. I think it was in the room. because the room had
That's
the
probably
weird.
still up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we've got an Avatar of
oh,
Death. Got Hibu and Bibu, and as
And I'm just to let you know that Bibu will be a Trixie sword.
okay.
They'll be able to fill a 10-foot cube with magical darkness
Beautiful.
as a bonus action
So
after he does his face step.
I'll have my avatar go ahead of us.
well, before we head up into the head, I'm gonna call for a brief little break here,
Okay.
so we can get snacks or any other sorts refreshments, bio breaks, and we'll be back in 5-ish minutes.
Yeah, that's not what better.
Okay, so I'll go after Hugh, and then I'm assuming Filch is gonna hitch a ride on
Yep.
Pegasus.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. So, then it is a bit of a journey that you are undertaking. This process of getting from the shoulders through the neck and up to the head is about 100 feet or so. It's not a long journey, but as you are about to find out, it is not without its difficulties. So as you are single file climbing up the area, you get about maybe 50 feet up, halfway through, and I need dexterity saving throws as a massive jet of water shoots down from above. It seems that a trap has been laid for you.
5 for Hugh.
Okay?
It'll be 19 for Vass.
Let me get the spirits. That is a 13.
13 is a failure. You're looking to beat a 15 for any of the summons.
Okay, both of mine fail.
Alright, so Filch is good. And what about our Pegasus?
Oh, right. Sorry.
You're good.
Natural 20 for the
Alright.
Pegasus.
So it's just the Avatar and, or the Spirit, and then our summoned Fae that fail. So, that is going to be... On a failed save, that's going to be 19 points of bludgeoning damage, and they're knocked all the way back to the bottom, landing prone.
Does the hover condition, or not hover condition, but does hover prevent any of that, or no?
Because this is basically being forced movement by a jet stream of water, I'm going to say that the hover does not affect that, but I mean, it'll look cool once it gets back up.
Is there
Okay.
any damage on a
So-
success?
Uh, let me double check. Nope, it's a save or suck.
Perfect. So I don't lose concentration.
So Hibu has 12 hit points and Debu has 11.
Alright, we're not in initiative yet, right?
No, it seemed to be a trap, not like a directed attack.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna wait, make sure my spirit can get up, my avatar can get up here.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh, and I guess start climbing again. But before we get up, at least for me, because I know I can fly quicker than you can climb. Uh, I will shout out a sorry, Warforged person. Uh, you got a name? Because I'm assuming that's the only person we that could be the Deathstroke wannabe.
As you call out, there is no response. Just the echo.
Listen, we don't want to. Well, I'm sorry. Don't. I'm not gonna speak for everyone else. Um, I don't want to have to kill you. I'm gonna spell out the situation. You are outnumbered and outgunned. You could either surrender, and if surrender is not an option for you, I personally will give you the respect of a 1v1. If you want the Warriors, what you want to go out the Warriors way. But your options are very limited.
Roll me a persuasion check here.
Natural 20 for a total of 29.
Your successful persuasion will merit you an answer. A voice you've not yet heard, but can only assume comes from the figure. Surrendering is a death sentence. And I will either face death in battle, whether it is my own or yours.
Uh, do you want I mean, we have two options for solo fights if you want 1v1. I kind of like look down at Hugh as he's like climbing up.
That's for you guys to decide.
I was like, I feel bad. Like we killed their their homies. You know, uh, rock paper scissors, Hugh, on who goes to fight them.
Well, I love a 1v1 fight, but I don't want to step on anyone's big moments.
It's not a big moment for me. It's more sad, but All right. I shout out. My name is Romulus. Uh, it seems a bit heavy-handed for have all of us fight you and jump you. So, if you agree, I'll come up there and man to Warforge. I'll give you a fair fight.
Stand before your death, Romulus. I cannot promise it will be quick.
Right? I fly up on the Pegasus. Um,
You can drop
I will.
Filch off on the wall. He can climb.
Yeah. Uh, I will meet.
Alright, so as you fly up, there you see the guts, the mechanical remnants of what may have once been some sort of magical cannon, but it seems to have been torn out from the platform in this room. You see a 3-foot tall ledge separating this chamber from open air, and if it were not the dense mist of the Mornland or the battle-ready warrior, perhaps this window would be an excellent view. But you do see this figure of orange and black with the glaives standing ready for battle. Her associate is off to the side, but seems to be honoring, at least for now, the 1v1.
Alright.
So, and let us get an initiative roll, Romulus.
14. Some things never change. Honestly, this is the highest I've probably been rolling for initiative since we started. At least consistently. Higher than a 10.
Are observers permitted?
Yes, we can say observers are permitted.
May I bear witness so that I can then write the epic ballad that's gonna come out of whatever this is?
Sure. Oh, damn. Alright. Romulus, you get the first action here.
Alright. Going to... do this a little different. This time I'm going to attack twice with the... My first 2 attacks is going to be with the Vicious Scimitar. Actually, sorry, no. I gotta do this the opposite way. Cold Flame. 23.
23 will hit glaive, yes.
Advantage with Nick. 22.
That's another successful hit.
Advantage with the Vicious Scimitar for 26.
Three successful hits, heck yeah.
7 plus 8. Oh, 8 additional cold damage.
Okay.
Uh, 9 for second attack plus. Okay, my game is freezing. It won't let me activate the dice.
No!
Let me refresh my character sheet. Okay, there we go. Okay. Sorry. 4 additional cold damage,
Lovely.
and then 11 plus additional 6.
All right. And any bonus actions?
Bonus action. No.
All right. As we come to Glaive, she is going to heat up. You can hear the whirring of the gears as she is going to enter her overdrive, and she is going to then take her attacks at you. That is a 17 to try and hit Romulus.
That misses.
And then a 23 to try and hit Romulus,
I hit.
which will deal 15 points of piercing damage. And she is going to use that to volley herself over top of you. And she does technically leave your melee range if you'd like to make an attack of opportunity.
We'll use the vicious scimitar. So 23
That'll hit.
is 10 plus an additional 6. So 16 total.
Alright, and now that she is over here, she will finish her attacks with 2 strikes of the bolt from her arm. But she misses on the first one.
Deflect with my scimitar.
And that is another miss on the second one. Bringing us back to you, Romulus. What would you like to do?
Close the distance. I'm going to activate steering. I'm using my last first level spell slot. And activate steering smite.
Okay.
Oof, that is not gonna hit.
That is a miss.
24.
That is a hit.
Believe they just take the fire damage and they're engulfed. Additional cold damage plus an 3 fire damage, and they have to make a con save, I believe. On hit, take action at the start of each of its turns until the spell ends. The target takes 1d6 fire damage, and then make a Constitution saving throw on the fail. It continues on the successful. The spell ends.
Okay. And then
And then my
Nice.
other set,
mhm,
20.
that hits.
for another 10.
Alrighty. Our figure is starting to look bloodied here as it comes to Glaive's turn, and sneering, she is going to move for 2 more attempts to strike. That's a natural 20 to hit.
That will hit.
And that will deal...
Oh, and also at the start of her turn, she takes 3 fire damage.
That's right. And then the con save is also a natural 20. So the spell ends. And that'll be 14 slashing, and second attack is a 21 to hit.
Yes. Is it, how much did that take for the first one?
14 from the first one, and 15 piercing from the second. Again, doing the same sort of volley over top of you. So you can take the attack of opportunity should you wish.
Yes, I will. Doing another 14.
That's a miss. And she'll step back a little bit here.
I have heroic inspiration, so
You
I will
do.
reroll again.
Go for it.
Might as well get it out of the way.
Use it now, alright?
25.
That'll hit.
That's an 11. With an additional 7. So that's 18 total.
Alright. Glaive, looking rough. Still standing. She moves here. And again, 2 more bolt attacks. Oh, that's a miss. But a 25 to hit
Yep.
for 13 points of piercing damage.
Oof.
And Romulus, it is your turn.
I'm looking haggard myself. So I would join her on this edge, all epic battle style, as take a moment. If you guys seen Dune 2, it's kind of like that that pose of the final fight. And I will I'm going to take my 3 attacks. 16?
16 just hits Glaive.
Okay. Advantage on the next one. 22.
Yep.
Advantage on the next attack. For my next attack. For a total of 27.
That's another hit.
8. Plus an additional 7 cold. Nine plus an additional 5 cold.
Okay.
And then finally 9 with an additional 9.
Still hanging in there. There's...
Ooh.
Anything else on Romulus's turn?
Yes. I will... Not much I can do for bonus. I'm going to activate my celestial revelation
Alrighty.
and choose my inner radiance.
Beautiful.
Um, they take an additional 5 radiant damage.
Okay.
And I end my turn.
Next up, it is going to be Glaive and first attack is a 24
Yep.
for 12 slashing and an 18.
That will miss. That will just miss.
Alright. And yeah, I mean, she's going to run past, risking the attack of opportunity.
Huh? $17.
That'll hit.
$10 plus an additional. Oops. 4, and then another 5 radiant from my transformation.
As she limps over here. 2 more bolts from the bolt. The 18 misses,
Mm-hmm.
but a 22.
Mm-hmm.
15 points of piercing damage. And then it is your turn, Romulus.
Romulus is going to take the opportunity to do True Strike
Alright.
with the Vicious Scimitar. That's a 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
9. That's it. That's another 9 from the Vicious Scimitar. And then an additional 13 radiant damage. Plus the extra 5 from the transformation.
That's way more than the 2 HP that she had left, so, would you like to describe what your True Strike looks like?
I kind of, in a burst of like dashing light, my sword almost looks like it's about to do a divine smite. As I kind of do the anime lash through,
Mm-hmm.
but several different slash marks come across, dismantling Glaive.
And as Glaive falls, her last remaining figure rack is gonna try and bolt for it. Running right past you, Vas, giving you an opportunity, if you so wish, to try and sabotage his escape.
I would love to sabotage his escape.
Go ahead, I'll say, we'll make this a sleight of hand check, as, you know, you might just stick your foot out, trip him up as he's trying to climb down.
Well, that will be a 16.
Yeah, definitely doesn't notice this. And so as Vas, you know, having watched all of this and taken note of everything, just stretch a little bit in a performative way, Hugh, where you're, you, Hibu, and Boo Boo are hanging out with Filch in the neck, waiting for some space to open up. You just watch as this Warforged plummets down past you. And then there's this, yeah, essentially,
Did we
there's.
win?
Hold on, I've got something for this.
The Wilhelm string.
The Wilhelm scream.
Yes.
So, as he falls, there's the crash where he hits the ground. And yeah, you are now all able to, uh, make your way up into the sort of lower half of the jaw portion of the head. You want to take a little bit of a breather here.
Vass is gonna look down towards Rack and be like, "Sorry, bud. I already got bitten by one chest today."
Yeah. Romulus is going to kind of slide to the side of the wall and is like, she put up a good fight. Not gonna lie. Should I tell you
Jeez.
guys where I'm at? In health?
Yeah.
I'm at 10. Not gonna lie. Yeah, all she needed to do was land like one more attack. I would have been down.
Yikes.
Ooh.
Would you like a third level cure wounds?
I'll take any cure wound.
Okay.
I'll take a healing word at this point.
I have 32 hit points.
Thank you.
Don't worry, I'm gonna write a sick song about it.
As I like kind of lay on the ground, I was like, was I at least cool?
We're very cool, and when I tell this song, it's gonna sound even more cool.
Next time, I'm just gonna volunteer you to do it.
You will be your
One last
champion.
step on your moment.
I honestly, it was just like I felt bad for just even letting them, just jumping them. It's like we got you outnumbered. I was gonna let little Rack run away and just like tell the story to your boss so they can hate us and like not be able to get anything after us because we're gonna leave this world soon. All right. I have no more healing things I can do. I think I used my Pegasus's healing earlier. Uh,
Yes, I do believe you did.
um, yeah, guys, cool with taking a short rest.
Yep, I guess.
I
Maybe we
mean,
should. I don't know. Maybe we should check the top layer.
yeah, I mean,
I can have my avatar go up there and kind of report back what she sees. Actually, to be fair, I think she put like I forgot to roll concentration, so I'm pretty sure she's disappeared by now.
I would say that that is a fair assumption.
I can have my Pegasus go up there. I can uh to telepathy.
I mean,
Telepathic
what's
mind.
what's the worst? There can't be another fight up there, right?
I'm pretty sneaky. I could go hover just enough to
Yeah,
peek,
but are you
and then
sneaky right
look
now
back
with the
down.
-2?
I s-
Sneakier than you. I'm still plus 12 after the -2.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure.
yeah, Vaz, if you would like to do that, go ahead, give me a stump roll.
I will do that.
I was trying to attack
I
Kenny.
am going to use that heroic inspiration because I don't like that natural one.
See, it's so good that we had that.
Why
Okay,
I was
so that is a 20.
That's fun to do. As you hover up, peeking in above, you would see dripping pipes, rusty chains. The ceiling of this chamber is 15 feet high, and it seems to be where these chains and pipes connect to. There is a deep red light that courses rhythmically through the pipes and then converge on a large object atop a circular dais. The object resembles some oversized brain made of an iron gray ceramic. Its surface is molded with countless grooves that form mesmerizing patterns, though you'd notice that a crack along the ceramic's brain's frontal lobe leaks this thin gray liquid that pools around the dais. And floating above the brain, scattering light across the room, a small, slender object that is familiar to you. Not entirely, but you have seen others like it. A piece of the rod of 7 parts.
Do I see any movement in this room?
Besides the leaks and drips and the pulsing light, no.
I'll hover back down and tell everyone that I saw those things
Cool.
and that I didn't appear to see any other figures up there. We did fight a table earlier, so that's not to say we're not going to have to fight that brain or something. Right, we're taking a short rest. Okay, my spell goes away.
I mean, you could go up into the top floor. You don't have to take a short rest.
I feel like you're playing us, and I don't feel like falling for it.
No, if you want to take the short rest, take the short rest. I'm just, there's only one part of the dungeon left. You can complete it now.
Mm-hmm.
Listen here, gremlin. Alright. I'm for a short rest, so I can also get use my sorceress restoration, get 3 of my things back, and get myself 2 first level spells.
Do we lose the aid?
8, I believe,
No.
lasts 8 hours, so no.
Okay.
Yeah, no, 8 is there until other.
All right.
State.
I lose my Fey buddies.
Goodbye,
Heboo
Heboo and
too?
Beeboo.
Yep.
Oh.
Assume
Yeah.
it's an hour short rest.
I mean, yeah, Hebu
Yeah.
would have disappeared first. He would have waved at us, and then
Well, no,
'Cause
because
he's been out
Beeboo,
for like
I
Hebu's been up for,
believe,
like-
because it's the
It only lasts a
non-concentration.
minute.
Yeah, Beeboo only lasts a minute, and then Heboo would go.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right.
Guess I'm not long stridered anymore either. So, but my boots I at some point don't have a fly speed anymore.
Yeah. But Filch is here, and he gives you guys, thumbs up.
All right.
It's
I-
rangers that can get rid of exhaustion on a short rest, right? Like Vass is SOL.
Maybe. I'm not familiar with the New Ranger rules, so
So,
not
I
fully
think
yet.
I think for Vass it'll be a long rest to get rid of it. Long rest. rest, yeah. So I'm still tired. I could technically, though, spend some hit die to try and top up to my needed maximum hit points, though. In theory.
Yeah, if you want to spend some of your hit dice, and you've got available.
I will.
What a roll.
Didn't quite get me there. That was the worst thing ever. But after we rest, I can do a thing. Hang on. Where to my musician background? Encouraging song. Us will play a little ditty. Maybe a little teaser of the ballad he's currently writing about that 1v1, and I can give a heroic inspiration to up to 5 allies who can hear the song. So, does the Pegasus count as an ally?
Sure, why not?
I'll give it. I don't. It says allies, and I don't think I'm my own ally, so I don't think I can give myself heroic inspiration. But I will give one to Filch, Romulus, and the Pegasus.
Alright. So, you already had one, so can't benefit from another one. But
Okay.
Filch and Pegasus and Romulus can gain one. Though, actually, hold on. Hold on!
Ah,
Let me look at a ruling real quick, because I am remembering something.
holding on.
Hugh, because Hugh has one and is being able to gain one. If you gain heroic inspiration but already have it, it's lost unless you give it to a player character who lacks it. So, Vaz
Whoa.
can get a heroic inspiration if you would like to give the new one over your way.
I will be generously give it to Vass.
I will gladly exploit this loophole.
Look at that. You can't say that I'm always against you guys. I give you guys bonuses too.
This bard human combo.
Yeah,
Just keep spamming heroic inspiration.
honestly. So, as you finish up your short rest, feeling a little more hearty, inspired, you have the ceramic brain that is ahead of you.
Alright.
I'm
Up we
not
go.
convinced that we're not going to get into a combat. I'm going to recast Spotlight with my remaining level 4. I'm
Alright.
determined to use the spell sometime today.
Okay.
If I only had a brain.
That looks gross.
Yeah, it's what you saw.
Don't like it.
So, what do? We Indiana Jones this? Find something of equal weight?
As you're entering and are looking at the ceramic brain,
Now I get
That-
there because I'm not flying anymore.
it's still climbable. You can climb up the area. But the pool of that gray liquid begins to move on its own, begins to rise and swirl and takes on the shape of a tall and lithe humanoid as it looks at all of you. And for a visual reference, that is what you see.
Oh, I was going more for a Silver Surfer, but that'll work.
I am Landra.
I am Romulus. Uh,
That
you what are you? I mean, I know who you are. So are you the construct, the giant Warforged Colossus thing?
In a manner, yes. I was crafted by mages to control the entity of which I share a name.
Oh. You're not gonna try to fight us, are you? Because I'm gonna let you know. I'm tired. Just
I do not wish to fight. I wish to know.
of.
Well, I already know a great deal. The knowledge I now seek is of the clandestine variety. I would be interested to learn your secrets.
What use are our secrets to you? Aren't you kind of like stuck here?
I do not have to be.
Okay. Well, I have a plethora of secrets you can pick. Um, as long as we can have that thing right there, as I point to the rot piece.
As it looks to the rod, it will be difficult to take that and survive.
So it sounds like the rest of our day.
shiny button.
Do you know how to remove it? And if, I mean, we were told there was a self-destruction. Do you, since you can control this thing, can you stop the self-destruction from happening?
I cannot control the systems. I am merged mentally, but there are some things beyond even my capabilities. If you remove, it will trigger the defense of Landro.
Do you know how long the self-destruct is?
Quick.
Quick isn't like instantaneous, or
It is not instantaneous now.
so like 10-second countdown?
Perhaps. Unfortunately, I am not aware of the system's full extent.
Um, I don't. I feel bad if we remove that and then you kind of go boom. Uh, uh, so how do you want to do this? Take a secret and like run away? We can give you a head start.
I cannot leave on my own. You would have to assist me.
I look to the other two. Well, three people with us. How would we do that?
There is a gem of a special nature called an id crystal. If you have one of those, there is a suitable one within Landro's foot. My consciousness can be transferred.
The gem? Did we find a gem?
You did
I
find
remember
a
finding-
you did find a strange crystal that you could not identify.
You took it with us, right?
I believe Hugh has that one. Because it was in the other foot. Not the one that's connected to the cave, the other one. Someone went down to investigate it.
That's the one that Vass didn't go into.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um. I guess. Um. I guess I don't mind you having one of my secrets. If that will appease you.
It is a harmless procedure. It is a type of osmosis. I will peer inside you and assimilate the knowledge.
Okay.
Caitlin looks like there's some thoughts going on there.
I've got questions. Got questions, like above table questions. Is
Yeah.
this like capital S secrets, like the resources we've been gathering that we don't that have uses that we don't know what the uses are yet, or is this
You
like little s secret, like just like
you you know that you can spend the capital S secrets. One of the benefits of that, you can spend it. And you guys would know how to spend this now. I just don't think any of you have chosen to do so. But you can reveal a secret and gain advantage for all d20 rolls for a minute. But you don't know if what Landra is asking for is a little s secret or a big S secret, but
okay. Second question: Can
yes.
I insight Landro to see if I can detect any? Can't think of words
Ego.
right now. Like ill, ill intent.
Yeah, go ahead, roll an insight check.
With advantage, just freaking insight.
That'll be a 23.
23. As odd as Landro is, You don't see any attempts of manipulation or deceptions. Landro is itself very earnest and open. It sees no reason to try and deceive, or even perhaps push back if it does not get what it wants.
My last question Vass has for Landro, and that is, if one of us gives you a secret, will that person still remember it? Or are you like removing it and now you have it and we don't remember ever having it?
I am unsure.
Okay. Well, I mean, I will try to just think of a personal secret of mine and hope it's juicy enough for them to.
So, as
Cause,
you
no, because I don't know. I couldn't hear you if you said, "Oh, if it is it one of our secrets, or is it like any secret that you're
you
willing to
you don't know.
share?" Okay.
This is
Um,
taking a chance here. Um,
we'll take the chance.
okay. So, as you offer this, the figure that calls itself Landro produces a ribbon-like tentacle of the gray fluid, and as it approaches you, Romulus, I will have to make contact. Is this okay?
You're not gonna mutate me like those creatures down below, right?
I do not believe so, no.
That doesn't sound certain, but okay.
Wasn't a no.
Right?
As Landro makes contact, it is cold and the fluid is not quite water. It feels thick. Um, God damn it. Uh, and you hear this deep sloshing sound, and it almost feels like you are underwater. Um, and in this moment, uh, a capital S secret is spent. Um,
No.
so you, what is the most recent one you learned? I believe it was the one, um,
I think it's the money that
yeah,
what you lost for the
yeah,
money.
the Caliph one. Uh, so as you unfortunately do not remember that, that information is now lost to you. Um, but as Landro's tentacle, ribbon-like, and it moves away, you are dry, and I'm going to modify 3 wards here a little bit based on what you all did with your short rest. So normally you would get an inspiration here, but I'm gonna give you guys a inspiration adjacent boon here. The party will receive a one-time use, redeemed at a time of your choice. You can swap out a result on the die for a natural 20.
Ooh. Oh my. Alright, guys, we're gonna hoard these until we get to Vecna.
If you want to.
Ruin his day.
Yeah, if you want to hold on to them until you reach Vecna, that's you. But as Landro sort of returns to itself, it gives you a nod, Romulus. Thank you.
You're welcome. That was a little uncomfortable. I hope we never have to do that again. Right. Who hit the gym again?
I'm pretty sure it's you that has it.
Hey, Hugh, can we use that gym thing or look at it? See if this is what he was talking
Sure.
about. Are you a he or are they?
Wait,
I do not have a inclination to any one leaning or another. I am a thing more than a person.
I thought you were about to say I am Legion. I'm gonna leave you here. Okay. I'll just refer to you as Landry. Yeah, I point at the thing if he was showing it, if that's what he was talking about or they were talking about.
Yeah, as you show it to Landro, it will nod and yes, that is an ith crystal. You would simply need to touch it to the gray matter engine, and I will be transferred within it.
Cool. I guess we're gonna do that.
I should warn you, though. When you do that, not only will the shutdown sequence commence, it will also release the sentinels that defend this room. You will perhaps
Well,
wish to expedite whatever your plans are.
okay. All right. So just below us, right, is the jaw, right?
Essentially, yes.
And it was like open air space.
A window, yeah. The open air is on the shoulders.
Oh, was the window wasn't open?
No, it just offered a lovely view.
Oh, okay. Anyone want
I
to check
have
if that?
I have 1 5th level spell slot. I could shatter the window.
Yeah, let's go do that. Let's go ahead and do that, and then once we remove the rod, I'm not fighting anything else for the rest. At least nothing in this dang uh Colossus. We go down, we drop down, or everyone gets ready, and one of us removes it, and then one of us could just fly down, and then like dip, because we don't know how long
Yeah.
we have.
Yeah, I would say if we're doing it that way, I would imagine most of us would be by the window ready to go. And
Right.
someone speedy could grab the piece of the rod and then catch up.
Yeah. So I mean, I have my Pegasus. So either I mean, you got more charges on your boots, right?
I do have another charge on my boots, which I was planning to activate. So why don't I note keep that right now?
Anyone's got any? Cause I don't know if
I can't fly, so I might, if you have an extra spot on that Pegasus to glide down here.
um
Which one is
yeah,
heavier, Filch or Hugh?
pretty sure the
One is
robot is
metal and one's
heavier.
one's
Yeah.
wearing metal and the other one is metal. So
I do suppose I can Misty Step my way down, but
I were well above 30 feet.
Yeah.
like
Far, far
multiple ones.
above.
Velocity.
We're like hundreds of feet in the air.
Yeah. You're at a mountaintop. Um I mean you could
Oh.
always get Oh? You got an idea?
If someone else breaks the window, I can polymorph someone into like a giant eagle or something. I do have polymorph. I've never used it before. Um, so there's that option too. Sorry, I got really excited because I've never used this spell as fast. So.
I mean, you could always, depending on how much time, you could always get down to the shoulders where you do have the open air instead of trying to rely on breaking the window. Just an idea.
Pretty sure between the three of us, well, the four of us, we can break a window or two.
Perhaps. So,
We'll do that in advance.
I mean, if you want
We'll have time.
someone to go down here and start working on breaking the window now. um,
None of us use bludgeoning weapon.
just grab Filch and use him as the weapon.
Hey, can I grab you by your hands and just
Right.
spin around? That's not the right person to do that.
Right. Well, I'm actually going to say, because of exciting things that may or may not happen, I'll give you guys a week to plan how you might want to tackle this escape with the sequence. And we will pick up with our next session with you all, perhaps getting Landro's consciousness into this id crystal.